Hello, welcome back. This is your daily reading for Monday, January 22nd, as you can see. And as always, my intention is to have 3 cards to let us know, or let me know. So what I do ahead of time is I set the intention for my higher self to connect with your higher selves and bring through a message that at least gives one person out there whatever they need to heal their soul at this point. Like wherever, clues as to where the work is. So we have the Page of Swords upright, Knight of Pentacles reversed. That's interesting. Well, I think I could bring this down a little actually. There we go. What else? So with the Page of Swords, that's about making plans. Perfect for a Monday. Scheduling, things like that. The Knight of Pentacles sometimes can be somebody that you're working with when it comes to reversed. It can be someone that you're working with, or in this case it could be a boss or a supervisor that isn't pulling their fair share. They're not pulling their weight. But they're in charge. I hate it when that happens. That's just on the most simplest levels, but I'm sure, pretty sure, most of you are retired or self-employed and working at home. So I'm not sure what this is for. I'm going to have to look at it from the spiritual angle rather than, well, if it's a physical angle, that's pretty much what I would see it being. But from a spiritual perspective, the Page of Swords can be our card that helps us to understand where we're going with our thoughts. Where is it that our thoughts can lead us? And in this case, with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, I get the feeling that there's something in here around, and it could be unconscious. That's very possible that it's an unconscious fear of failure. And that it's, it's usually is, unconscious, because who would think that they didn't want to be completely successful, right? But if you get inside of it, okay, so first of all, here you are thinking about what you want in your plans. What are all your plans? If once you get there and you're working in that manifestation, circle of abundance, you're needing to, well, what I recommend is that you also look for where you're afraid of having what it is that you want. We have to work with where we are not really believing we can have it, and we also have to work with, these are, like the obstacles to manifesting. And then we also have to work with where we're afraid of having that much either responsibility, or what would that bring on, or can I handle it? All of these fears that are usually unconscious. So, and it makes life so much harder, because the truth is, and I think this is what the Emperor on a spiritual level is about, because the Emperor is like, the authority, the structure, the major structure. Now, of course, I believe, the forces of love is absolutely the major structure, but on Earth, we do have this dualistic sphere that it does, we have Saturn, holding the time-space continuum, and we do have structure, even though this card's ruled by Aries. So, anyway, what I'm wondering here is that, well, actually, it's not a wondering. I have a deeper knowing based on, and you guys will probably relate to this too. Haven't you always experienced that you don't get, most of the time, I would say 99% of the time, you don't get what you have been working for until you're really ready for it. That there's some self-correcting structure, some self-correcting mechanism in the universe that doesn't bombard you. Like, life is there for you. It's always there, and we have to open more and more and more. But until we stabilize that structural place within us that can hold that much responsibility, there can just be this place of, not having it yet. And that's okay, right? And the more responsibility, the more self-responsibility we have, and the more duty, hard work, all of those good things that we put ourselves into, the more that is stabilized, the more there's that, that foundation there of the hard work ethic, then more can come through. And the more responsibility that you'll take on, the more that you will get. So sometimes at our tender elderly years, we are really taking on tons of responsibility. Now, if some of this has to do with a family member, this could be a younger person that has all these great ideas and really wants to get it done and is trying to make plans, but it might not be a good investment for you. It might be a college that's really expensive and you're saying you'll help them out, but you might want to see if they can first maybe get some of the prerequisites out of the way at a community college that won't be so expensive, because some colleges, especially if they're not close by and you don't get to see them all the time, you're not going to know what work's really being done. And some colleges are just for playing and partying and drinking and drugs, and nowadays with AI, it's very possible that they can get papers papers written and essays and everything done without really doing the work. So there's a danger there, and here you are as the authority that has to, maybe hold a wall there of stability and saying, I'm not sure. I mean, just look at his eyes. If we can get it to focus there. You see, he's looking out to the side like, what's going on out there? Right? So, yeah. Okay, I can't think of anything else this could be. It's just the Knight of Pentacles. Otherwise, it's all, pretty good plans, but for someone else out there, maybe with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, it's just feeling bored today, feeling kind of stubborn, feeling kind of stuck, feeling kind of lazy. Like maybe you're doing great in the morning mentally and everything goes well, and then midday you're feeling kind of lazy. And then in the evening, maybe you're sitting back in your authority and everything's just great. So that's another simple way of looking at the cards. Okay, but I've probably only, gleaned a fraction of what needs to be said. So if you guys have something more, feel free to drop it in the comments. I always love your take on the cards. Okay, bye.